Welcome back to another installment of Nightmares and News. I'm your host, Bumps in the Night, and here's the news. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. Rick Grimes returns in February of 2024. The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live is the official title of the Michonne and Rick Grimes spin-off series. AMC has released a brand new teaser trailer recently. Additionally, we've learned the new series will premiere in February of 2024. The official teaser was debuted at the New York Comic Con. The series presents an epic love story of two characters changed by a world, kept apart by distance, by an unstoppable power, by the ghosts of who they were. And yes, both the original characters who played Rick and Michonne will be reprising their roles, before you ask. Rick and Michonne are thrown into another world built on war against the dead, and ultimately a war against the living. Can they find each other in who they were in a place and a situation unlike any they've ever known before? Are they enemies? Lovers? Without each other, are they even alive? Or will they find that they too are the Walking Dead? Are you excited for this new series, or are you tired of the Walking Dead? We're so far behind we haven't watched past season 7, so we'll bring you more news on this as the story develops. 'Tis the season. Miramax slashes into the TV rights for the franchise of Halloween. Recently announced, the film rights were being shopped around between multiple studios to continue the Halloween franchise. Recently we had told you that Malika Cud was shopping the rights around for Halloween, be it a new movie or some kind of TV show. Well, that question's finally been answered. It's been officially confirmed that Miramax has landed the TV rights to the Halloween franchise. Deadline reports that Miramax Television has signed a wide-ranging deal with Comcast to develop and co-produce a Halloween TV series, which also includes a first-look agreement on other television projects from the international marketplace. The new Halloween series is envisioned to potentially launch a cinematic universe spanning film and television. Miramax's head of global TV, Mark Heldwig, will be overseeing the franchise creatively. In an interview with Hellwig, he states, "We couldn't be more excited to bring Halloween to the television." What are your thoughts on the legendary Michael Myers coming to the small screen? Friday the 13th may have just passed, but that doesn't mean Jason's out of the spotlight yet. Never Hike Alone 2, the feature fan-length film, is available now to watch on YouTube. The sequel to one of the most acclaimed and respected fan films ever made, Never Hike Alone 2, was unleashed this past Friday the 13th weekend by Womp Stomp Films. The hotly anticipated sequel essentially serves as an unofficial sequel to the Friday 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, featuring the return of Thorne Matthews as franchise hero Tommy Jarvis. Set as a direct sequel to Never Hike Alone from 2017 and Never Hike in the Snow 2020, Never Hike Alone 2 picks up Crystal Lake's haunted son, Tommy Jarvis, who has all but given up on his search for the long-lost Jason Voorhees. However, when Tommy receives an emergency call to pick up an injured hiker, he once again comes face to face with the ghost of Crystal Lake, setting into motion of a blood-soaked conclusion to their deadly rivalry. Never Hike Alone 2 is written and directed by Vincent DeSanti. Have you guys watched the first two films in this unofficial trilogy? We highly recommend it. It's a hack and slash and good time. On to some cinema news. George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead returns to Regal Theaters for Halloween weekend. One of the best horror movies of all time, George A. Romero's masterpiece, Dawn of the Dead, is returning to the big screen for this film's 45th anniversary this Halloween season. Exclusively at Regal, Dawn of the Dead is coming back to theaters October 27th. You can grab your tickets now from Regal's website. In the 1987 horror classic, following an ever-growing epidemic of zombies that have risen from the dead, two Philadelphian SWAT team members, a traffic reporter, and his television executive girlfriend seek refuge in a secluded shopping mall. Romero's sequel to Night of the Living Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, ended up becoming the second installment in a 6-movie undead saga from the late master of zombie horror. Do you plan on going to see this film in theaters? We'd like to, but our Halloween weekend's so packed it won't be possible. This one's for my VR fans out there. Scythe Dev Team's VR horror title Return to Northbury Grove, available now free on Steam. If you're a fan of Tiny Build and Scythe Dev Team's fast food horror cooking sim, Happy Humble Burger Farm, the team has a treat for you. With their follow-up to their first-person horror game, Northbury Grove, not only a return to Northbury Grove, Scythe's new immersive VR horror title, available today on Steam, is also available for free. Return to Northbury Grove puts players in the virtual shoes of Liam Murphy, an aspiring actor who's looking to land the role of a lifetime at the infamous Rock the Warehouse Music Festival. However, after arriving to the concert grounds, Liam ends up kidnapped and thrown into the basement of the Spectre Forest slasher's infamous killing house. Now Liam must use his wits and bravery to survive the various traps within the house and escape with his life. The title is obviously a love letter to the slasher genre that requires you to practice stealth in order to avoid catching the ire of the Spectre Forest Slasher. Not only are you required to keep an eye and ear out all around you, but the game is 100% physically simulated, requiring you to keep from bumping into anything that might cause unwanted noise. And if you're keen on checking out the previous game in the series, you can download Northberry Grove from the team's itch.io page. That's all the news I have for you today, my lovely fiends. Stay spooky, keep those claws sharp, and consume more souls of the living. I've been your host, Bumps in the Night, and remember, horror is a beautiful thing.